Be loud. Not too loud.
Be loud, be tall.
Yeah, be tall.
So what do you think the theme was?
I think the theme is weather. I think it's weather.
That's a good guess.
I know, it is a good guess. It's called Shimmering Skies. You know, skies. And just like all the cards were very weathery. Remember those leaves?
Gale.
Gale.
Oh, I looked it up. All of those characters that we didn't know were from Frozen 2.
Yeah, I admittedly, I have seen Frozen 2, but it was one time in theaters. And then I
So does that not count?
I just, like, how am I supposed to remember that? You know?
What else would need to occur for you to remember it?
I think if you have kids, then you know Frozen characters.
Okay. I'm not going to argue with you about that.
Yeah, so...
I have a kid. I didn't know it.
You're... Whatever.
All right. Well, we'll keep reviewing the set. We talked about Amethyst. Now we're going to talk about Emerald. And if you want to see our scale, go look at the last episode. Yeah.
Yeah, we're back. We're back for a set review. And we're
Yeah.
also back thanks to Wasteland Gaming. Shimmering Skies is just around the corner, and the Wasteland Gaming has got you covered with a wide selection of sealed products and the latest singles. They are your one-stop shop for all things Lorcana. Wasteland Gaming has the largest selection of TCG singles in Georgia, so whether you're shopping online or in-store, they can help you find exactly what you're looking for. In celebration of Shimmering Skies, Wasteland is offering a limited time promo code for booster box pre-orders. Use code 40born10 at checkout to get $10 store credit back when you buy a Shimmering Skies booster box.
And August 9th, be sure to stop by their Duluth location to pick up everything you need, then battle it out with other players in their Shimmering Skies release day event. Check out all this and more at thewastelandgaming.com or follow them on Instagram, Facebook, and X. Once again, that code is FORTYBORN10.
Yep.
40born10 to get $10 on store credit back.
Crazy.
Easy peasy.
It's a deal of a lifetime.
Yeah. So thanks to them for sponsoring this show, and thanks to you for listening.
For sure.
We're going to keep making content when we want to, and we like making set reviews.
Yeah.
I've also gotten a lot better at video editing.
You have. As soon as you quit.
Yeah, as soon as I quit, I realized that if I tried to buy something that can read an SD card instead of just connecting the camera directly to my computer, that thing uploads so much faster. So it used to take like an hour to upload from the camera onto Descript, and now I can do it in like 5 minutes.
Anyone that doesn't know what you're talking about does not care at all, and anyone who does know thinks you're an idiot.
That is very true. Okay, well, you ready to talk about some green cards?
I'm so ready. Let's get greenies.
Wait, we were going to talk about something else.
Tim Walz.
No, not Tim Walz.
Shout out Minnesota.
There was... Oh, the theme. And then at the end, that's not right.
Oh, it's not weather.
No,
Okay.
it's not weather. So we'll circle back at the end of the episode again.
Yes, we don't forget. I will guess again after we get through the greens.
Yes. All right.
Just remind us.
You ready to get to the greens?
I'm ready.
I'm ready to see the big green in the game.
We should do one of these live one time.
Why?
I don't know.
Yeah, we should do one live. It'll be the exact same thing, but there will be like one person in chat. And it'll be my mom.
And we won't even know how to like look as we do it.
No.
and communicate
We'll
it
miss
out.
all of the comments.
My mom might be there too.
Oh, nice. So we'll have 2 people in the chat. And they definitely aren't going to know how to chat.
No.
So it's just going to be this. Hey, actually, this is live. You're watching the release.
We're so happy you made it.
Yeah.
For all you who are here.
Did you watch The Big Green? The soccer movie?
Oh, yes, dude.
I'm ready to see that in Disney, in Lorcana.
The Big Green. And what was the other one? Little Giants?
Yeah.
Same vibes.
I watched that on the plane recently, and it holds up.
Yeah. Really?
It's still good.
That's fun. I like that.
Okay.
Cool.
We're kicking off the greens with a banger. Robin Hood, Timely Contestant.
Wow, yeah, certain just hot right here.
You pay 9 for a 6/6/4 that has Ward. For each 1 damage on opposing characters, you may pay 1 less to play this character.
Wow.
Yeah, this is a B+ because it's for each damage, not for each damaged character. So if they have one character on the board with 3 damage, then this costs 6 for a 6/6 that quests for 4.
That's awesome.
This is a B plus.
Nice. I like these uninkable high cost cards that have these like conditional.
Yeah.
Could cost less though.
Yeah, the big boys.
Those are fun.
Yeah, the cycle is fun. This is a good one. Up next, this set has a bunch of hyenas in green, and I think they're pretty good.
Sweet.
And they're cool.
Lion King.
Nice, dude. You don't even have a kid. Shinzi, Scar's Accomplice. You pay 3 for a 2/3 that quests for 1. It has evasive. While challenging a damaged character, this character gets +2 strength. So I like Shinzi. I think this is a B minus. Evasive is good, and this can do more damage to damage things. That's a nice ability to have. This is just fine. Not fine. It's good. It's mostly good because it has an evasive, and then sometimes you'll be able to hit something for 4.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a B minus. It's good.
Cool.
I hope I don't sound not excited about it. I would be happy to have this, but I feel like...
Why aren't you excited about it?
No, I am. It's just I feel like I've talked ad nauseum about why evasive is good.
Right, yeah. I mean, if it's an evasive, it's going to be...
A B minus.
Yeah.
At least. Up next, Little John.
Robin Hood.
No. Yeah. So you pay 1 for a 0/4/1. That's it. It's that new stat line that's terrible. This is a D minus. But the art is an A plus.
The art went so hard. Who is it?
It's John Loren. It's our favorite. He did this art connects to the Robin Hood art from 2 sets ago, where he's like floating on a raft.
Of course he does.
If you put them next to each other.
So cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the art is amazing.
Yeah. So
I dropped it just for that.
Okay. I wouldn't. There's too many leaves on it for you.
They aren't flowing in the wind though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're attached to the tree. Bless you.
It went away. That makes me so angry. Up next, Zazu. You pay 5 for a 3/5/2 with evasive. This is a B. Normally at 5 ink, we'd expect to get a 5/5 that quests for 2. I'm happy to trade 2 strength to get evasive. This is really good. Cool. So it can take out most of the evasives in the set. It's good.
Nice.
Yeah. Up next, Ulf. You pay 4 for a 4/3 that quests for 2. This character cannot exert to sing songs. We don't really care all that much about exerting to sing songs.
Yeah.
So this is like a C or a C plus. I mean, this is basically just a vanilla character for us.
Yeah.
But I like the 4/3 stat line.
Do you know what Ulf is from?
I think, yes, it's from Tangled.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice. Good work.
Up next, Ed, Laughing Hyena. You pay 3 for a 2/3/1. When you play this character, you may deal 2 damage to chosen damaged character. This is uninkable, and it's really good. This is a B minus. You can just shoot something for 2. Conditional removal on a 2/3/1 is good.
Huh. I didn't think you rated that highly.
Well, just being able to shoot something for 2 is nice.
Yeah, if it's already damaged, though, right?
Yeah, but you can set that up,
Yeah.
So it's good. I like it.
Okay.
Up next, there's a cycle of fairies that are cool. They're not great, but they're cool. Flora, Good Fairy. You pay 3 for a 2/4/1. While being challenged, this character gets +2 strength. So instead of challenger, this is like challenged. When it's getting challenged, it's bigger. We would rather just have challenger, so I would give this a C because when you're incentivized to quest with it and then hope that they attack back.
Yeah.
But it only quests for 1, so they're not really incentivized to attack back. So it's a C.
Yeah. It's not going to bother them that much if you're just questing for 1 every time.
You'd rather just have a 3/4.
Okay.
Next, another fairy, Merryweather. You pay 1 for a 1/2/1. When you play this character, you may pay 1 to give chosen character +2 strength this turn. So there's a few 1-drops like this in the set that have kicker. Kicker is like a Magic the Gathering term for like when you play something, you can pay extra to get an additional effect.
Okay.
This is the same type of thing.
Yeah.
Merryweather, I would say, is like a C+. I don't think I'd ever play this on turn 1, but I'd be happy to play it on turn like on later turns.
Yeah.
It's like a combat trick attached to a 1/2/1.
Right.
The body's not great, so maybe it's actually just like a C, but I think it's a C+.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not mad drawing this later.
Yeah.
Up next, another Robin Hood. Archery Contestant. You pay 2 for a 2/2/1. When you play this character, if an opponent has a damaged character in play, gain 1 lore. I'd rather just have a 2/3, but this is fine. I would say this is like a C-, because sometimes you're paying an extra ink for just a 2/2/1. Like if they don't have any damage characters, then you're paying extra for no reason.
Right.
And then if they do have a damage character, we don't really care about just gaining 1 lore. I mean, it's nice when it can happen, but we'd rather just have the stats. So,
it's just one time too.
C-.
Okay.
Up next, this is the best fairy, Fauna. You pay 5 for a 3/7/2. It's vanilla. That's it. I think it's a B-. I'd rather have like a 4/6 or a 5/5, but I'll take a 3/7 on turn 5.
Why do you think they chose to make Fauna the best fairy?
I do not know enough.
Fairy?
I don't know enough about the
You think it's lore?
The lore of the fairies to be able to answer that question.
If you do know, let us know.
Yeah, please do. We're on the edge of our seat. Up next, Yago, Fake Flamingo. I really like this one, where he's like trying to be a flamingo.
Yeah, it's fun.
You pay 4 for a 2/4/1 with evasive. Whenever this character quests, you may pay 2 less for the next action you play this turn. So this is a B-. The ability, it will come up sometimes, but it's not that big of a deal. Sometimes you'll be able to play an ability, play an action for cheaper, and you get good value or whatever. But honestly, I'm happy to just play an evasive.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, it's good. It's a B-. Up next, Bonsai, Gluttonous Predator. You pay 2 for a 3/2/2. That's it.
Cool.
It's uninkable.
Yes.
I think this is a C+. It is uninkable, but because it only costs 2, it's not as harmful.
Yeah.
But I think this is good in an aggressive deck. But I also think it's fine outside of that, because you can hit something for 3 or gain 2 lore. It's good offensively or defensively on turn 2.
Nice.
We have value flexibility in limited, and Ed, even though he's just a boring vanilla, is flexible.
Yeah.
On turn 2, after that, he's not super great.
Sorry, Bonsai you're talking about?
Bonsai, yeah. Bonsai? Sorry, yes. Bonsai, Gluttonous Predator. That's who I'm talking about. Now we're talking about Ed.
Up next.
Hysterical party goer.
He's just a historical party goer. Every party he goes to, he's just, I was at this one party years ago.
Actually, Benjamin Franklin. So you pay 4 for a 2/4/3. Damaged characters cannot challenge this character. He is uninkable. This is interesting.
Yeah.
Because you want to quest, and then if your opponent's characters are damaged, those ones cannot attack him. It reduces how your opponent can interact with Ed.
Okay.
I think this is a C+. This is best in like in a fast deck, but you're probably just gonna quest for 3 and make them have to attack into him.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I like the hyenas.
You seem to like this color so far.
I do. Yeah, green is good.
Yeah.
Up next, Clarabelle, Clumsy Guest. You pay 1 for a 1/2/1. When you play this character, you may pay 2 to banish chosen item. So this is another one of those 1-drops that has a kicker. But in this time, you can pay an extra 2 to banish an item. I do think item banishing is not essential in a deck, but it's nice to have. And so I think Clarabelle's like a C-. I don't think she's great because a 1/2 is a pretty bad body. And it's not super frequent that your opponent will have an item out that you want to banish. But I do think that she, I wouldn't mind having her as a 1-drop, just as a way to potentially answer an item in the game.
Yeah. So Clarabelle is just goofy, but a cow and a lady?
I think this is what?
That's her shtick?
I don't know. I don't know who Clarabelle is. Must be from Frozen 2. Up next, Bonsai, Taunting Hyena. You pay 2 for a 2/2/1. When you play this character, you may exert chosen damaged character. I like Bonsai. This is very good because a lot of times your opponent, if they have a character that's damaged that they care about, they won't exert it.
Yeah.
Bonsai exerts it.
That's
so
cool.
this is a B-. This is like a way to get around protection for characters that your opponent cares about.
Yeah.
So it might not look too exciting, but I think you'll find good use out of him.
Good call.
Yeah. Bonsai. Very good. Up next, Robin Hood, Sneaky Sleuth. You pay 5 for a 3/5/1. It has Shift 3. This character gets +1 lore for each opposing damaged character in play. So a 3/5 is a respectable stat line, and it can quest for 1 or it can quest for, a lot. I think that you could quest for 2 or 3 pretty easily, and I think that that's reasonable. So C+, because if your opponent has 2 characters on the board, I think this is technically above rate. If they have 2 characters that are damaged.
Right. Yeah. Otherwise, it seems pretty situational.
Yeah.
It is super incredible art.
Yeah.
in my opinion.
The Robin Hood art seems to be
cool.
always good. This is Nicholas Cole.
Sweet art.
Hey, Nicholas Cole.
Just
great
banging.
job.
Look at that background. Look at that shimmering sky.
That's nice. Up next, Mother Gothel, Conceited Manipulator. Pay 2 for a 1/3/1. When you play this character, you may pay 3 to return chosen character to their player's hand.
Huh.
I like disruptive abilities, even though this body's not great. I think,
Expensive.
yeah, because you're kind of paying 5 and you get a 1/3/1, but you can bounce a character back, so it's kind of disruptive. It's like really annoying. So I would say like a C+ or a B-. I have B- on here, but I think I'm actually gonna go with a C+, just because the 1/3 stat line is really tough.
Yeah.
But bouncing stuff back to your opponent's hand is really good in limited, and I think that's something that newer players don't always understand. It's good because your opponent has spent ink and they spent a turn playing something, and you're resetting what they did.
Yeah, change the board state.
Yeah, you're slowing them down, and it allows you to develop your board while undeveloping their board.
Yeah, for sure.
Sweet. Up next, Clarabelle, your favorite. Contented Wallflower. Was that your nickname in high school?
You knew it, dude. Yeah, it was.
You pay 3 for a 2/3/1. When you play this character, if an opponent has more cards in their hand than you may draw a card.
That's cool.
It is cool.
I like it.
You can draw pretty consistently with this. Like if you're on the play, you can always draw, which is great.
Yeah.
Play this on turn 3. This is like a better version of Maleficent, in the first set, which we loved. You pay 3 for a 2/2/1.
Yeah.
This is a 2/3/1. But I think I'm only going to give it a C+ because, you're not always going to get to draw. Like it's good, but it's not always good. You're not always going to get to draw.
Sure.
And you don't really want to just sit with this in your hand waiting for the perfect opportunity to draw a card.
Right.
So
yeah.
sometimes you draw one, and sometimes you'll overpay for a 2/3/1.
Okay.
It is what it is. It's a C+.
Yeah.
Up next, probably the best hyena payoff in the format. You pay 5 for a 3/6/1 for, Shenzi, Head Hyena. Pay 5 for a 3/6/1. This character gets +1 strength for each other hyena character that you have in play.
Ooh.
Whenever one of your hyena characters challenges a damaged character, gain 2 lore.
Wow.
So she gets stronger the more hyenas you have. A lot of the hyenas are common and uncommon. There's like multiple of them.
Okay.
A lot of times when they give us this abilities like this, the set will just have like 1.
Yeah, it's hard to ever use it.
Yeah, but this has like 4 or 5. So it's possible that you'll actually have Shinzi out and another hyena. And if you do, she gets to be even bigger, which is great.
Yeah.
And whenever one of your hyena characters, including Shinzi herself, if she challenges a damaged character, you gain 2 lore.
That's nice.
So we like things that gain lore when we challenge because you're basically getting to do 2 things at once with your character.
Yeah.
So it's good.
Nice.
Shinzi, what did I give her? C+.
C+.
And I think it's just a C+ because you need to have 2, like, I don't know. I think it's realistic that you could have 1 other hyena on the board. I think having 2 out is kind of a big ask. And by herself, she's just fine. So I think a C+ feels pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
You thinking about going up?
No, I feel good about where I'm at.
Okay.
I was thinking about it, but now I'm not. Up next, maybe the best green card? I don't know. At least rare and less. Scar, Vengeful Lion. You pay 4 for a 4/2/1 with Ward. Whenever one of your characters challenges a damaged character, you may draw a card. We like to draw cards. We like when that ability is attached to characters with Ward because our opponent can't kill them. We have to decide to exert it. So just don't exert Scar. And then that game, every time you challenge a damaged character, you get to draw a card.
Seems like there's a lot of cards this set with abilities of like where you get stuff when you damage already damaged characters.
That's just Green's theme.
Green
set.
just does that this set.
This set, that Green has always kind of cared about that. This set, Green seems to really care about that.
Yeah, they're just hammering that.
So Scar is a B. It's good. Note that he also triggers off of himself. So if you use him to challenge a damaged character, you get to draw a card.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's nice. All right, action time. Up first, Hypnotic Deduction. You pay 2, draw 3 cards, then put 2 cards from your hand on the top of your deck in any order. This is a card neutral exchange. It's not actually card advantage. You're just reordering what you were going to draw anyways. So this is a D. It's basically only useful to dig for like a specific answer, because what you're not changing, you're not getting access to more cards. You're getting access to the cards that you would have gotten just a little bit earlier.
You do get one. Oh,
because you have to spend Hypnotic Deduction.
You spend him to.
So you spend Hypnotic Deduction and you end
Gotcha.
up with 1 card. So
Okay. Yeah.
it's a D. But the next ability is good. Night Howler Rage. It's an action. Pay 3, draw a card. You know I like it already.
Yep.
Chosen character gains Reckless during their next turn. This is a B-. It's cheap, it's inkable, it replaces itself, and it can be very disruptive. If you give something that your opponent really likes Reckless, then they have to throw it away.
Yeah.
So Night Howler Rage, I like it.
Nice.
I also really like the art.
Yeah, the art's really cool.
Must be from Frozen 2. No, this is Judy Hopps, so it's Zootopia.
Yeah.
Got that at trivia one time.
Nice.
You were there.
It was, yeah.
Up next. No, this is probably the best. This is the best green action.
Okay.
You're welcome. You pay 4 for a song. Shuffle chosen character, item, or location into their player's deck. That player draws 2 cards. So at first look, you're like, that doesn't sound good. But in Limited, it's really good because you can sing this and shuffle your 1 drop away and you get to draw 2 cards, right? Like you just sacrifice a character that you don't care about.
Oh, yeah.
And draw 2.
Right.
Or you can use it to remove your opponent's huge threat. Like if they just played the giant Olaf with evasive,
Just
now it's gone.
put that in the deck. That's
They
fun.
shuffle their deck and then they draw 2, and they're probably not going to draw that thing again.
I like that. It's some versatility. You can help yourself or hurt your opponent. It's fun.
And it also slows them down. So if they spend their whole turn playing Olaf, now all of that is undone.
Nice.
Up next, great
Wait,
art.
what did we rate it?
Oh, B+.
B+.
Sorry, B+.
You might have said that, but yeah.
No, I don't think I did.
Cool.
Remember Who You Are.
I'd rather not.
Great art. But do you see all those leaves?
So many leaves.
This is a D-.
Oh, no. What'd I say?
Remember Who You Are. You pay 4. If chosen opponent has more cards in their hand than you, draw cards until you have the same number. So this is uninkable, which is why it's not playable.
Yeah.
If this was inkable, I would really like this card. Because there will be times where you could draw 3 cards off this.
Yeah.
And that would be worthwhile. But you have to draw at least 2 cards to get your ink's value in this situation.
Yeah.
If you compare it to other like card draw spells. But yeah, outside of that, this is literally just a dead card. Like if you have 1 card in hand and your opponent has 0,
Yeah.
dead card.
Then you just, yeah.
So this is a D-.
Dang.
Up next, we're on to Item Land. Prince John's Mirror. There's a lot of text on here.
Yeah, a lot of words. Expensive card, too.
So I know you're not interested. You pay 3 for an item. It has the first ability is called You Look Regal. If you have a character named Prince John in play, you may pay 1 less to play this item.
Okay.
We don't care about that in Limited.
No.
What are the chances? I don't even know if there is a Prince John in this format.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And I am not going to check in depth.
No.
I just scrolled a little bit. The other ability. At the end of each opponent's turn, if they have more than 3 cards in their hand, they discard until they have 3 cards in their hand. So I have this at a C-, below average. I think if this makes your opponent discard 1 card, it was, I think, worth it.
Yeah.
Because it makes them discard a card, and it also prevents them from ever going above past that.
Yeah.
Like they're not gonna want to go above that, so it might change the way that they ink or progress.
Yeah, if they
through
can't
the
get
game.
rid of this item. Yeah.
So, yeah. If your opponent has less cards already, then this is ink. This is a good example of why inkability really matters. If this was uninkable, it would be an F. But because it's inkable, and sometimes you can snipe a card out of your opponent's hand, it's a C-.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
sometimes it's ink. Up next, Obscurosphere. You pay 1, and then you can pay 2 to banish this item. Your characters gain ward until the start of your next turn. We don't really care about ward in Limited. There's not that many cards that are targeting your characters, so ward in general is not worth it for us in terms of the ink to function ratio.
Yeah.
So this is a D-. So the next item, I love this item. I think I like it too much based on the conversations in the Discord. They've tried to talk me down.
But you won't be talked down.
No, you're right. No, I got this one pretty high. Emerald Chromacon. This is maybe my favorite Chromacon in the set. I don't think it's the best one, but I like it a lot.
Okay.
So you pay 3 for an item. It is uninkable. During opponent's turns, whenever one of your characters is banished, you may return chosen character to their player's hand. I think this is a B+, because, and this is the first ever like sub-rare item I've had anywhere close to an A.
Yeah.
Whenever one of my characters is challenged and banished, I get to bounce any of my opponent's characters back
in their hand. That's huge.
That is so annoying to play against. Like,
Yeah.
imagine playing against this thing. I don't have to factor this thing into everything I do on my
Right, you'd
turn.
barely want to challenge. You
Yeah.
wouldn't want to banish it.
Yeah, you don't want to banish them. So it's like, it's really good in an aggressive deck. You play this on like turn 5 and turn your team sideways. And then they're like, okay, well, if I banish it, then my whole board goes back to my hand.
Yeah.
So I really like Emerald Chromacon.
Just a disruptor.
Yeah. Disruptor.
Yeah, it's just disrupting the...
I hardly know her. Up next, Sherwood Forest. Oh, 2 locations.
Okay.
I feel like they've figured out locations this set.
Okay.
And by that, I mean they've catered specifically to my interests. Okay, Sherwood Forest. You pay 2. The movement cost is 2. The willpower is 7. Your character's named Robin Hood can move here for free. I think there's 3 Robin Hoods, maybe 4, and I think
Yeah.
all of them are at least fine.
Okay.
And then it has another ability that says characters gain ward and... Okay, this is kind of confusing. I'm just going to convert this to English. While you have a character there, it has ward, and then you can pay 1 to exert that character to deal 2 damage to one of your opponent's damaged characters.
Okay.
So,
While it's there, you exert it to deal 2 damage to a character that already has damage.
yes.
Got it.
So my opponent has a 3/4 that has 2 damage on it. I can, pay 2 to move my character there, and then pay 1 to exert my character to shoot their 3/4 for 2.
It's too much.
What do you mean?
It's too much for me.
Yeah, there's a lot of words on here, but I think this is good. I think this is like a B- or a C+. Pay 5 to hit a damaged character for 2, and then you can pay 2 to do it again the next turn, unless your opponent exerts 7 strength worth of characters. So I like this. 7 willpower is not trivial, and you can catch your opponent off guard. If you can use this, move 2 things or whatever. I mean, actually, that's too much ink. You can't do that. Your opponent's probably going to see this coming. So B- or a C+.
Yeah.
I like Sherwood Forest.
Sure.
I don't love it, but I would play it, which is more than I can say for 95% of the locations they've printed.
Yes.
Last location, last Emerald card. I love this art.
Great art.
You pay 3 for a 1/6. Sorry. You pay 3 for a location. The movement cost is 1. It has 6 willpower. You gain 1 lore at the start of your turn. I hate reading locations. Mostly because I'm bad at it.
Just furious about it.
The ability is cool, though. Opposing damaged characters gain Reckless. So that's cool because you play this, and now all of your opponent's characters that have 1 or 2 damage have to challenge.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you just gave them a very convenient thing to challenge because they're just going to smack this thing.
Right, yeah.
So this is a C-. But I do like that we're seeing a location that has a static ability that impacts my opponent's board.
Yeah.
So it's like now they're incentivized to attack it and get rid of this annoying thing. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, those are the Emerald cards. I think Emerald's solid. It's doing a lot of stuff that cares about damage, which means it's probably going to be good paired with Steel. And Steel also looks pretty good in this format. Mm-hmm. So, what's the theme?
Good on ya. The theme is glowy.
Nah, I'm just gonna give you a hint. Okay.
Okay.
The theme is in the term of person, place, or thing.
Okay.
I would say it's not a person. It's not a place. It's also not a thing. It's more like
an idea.
No, it's more like an event.
Okay. A great war.
Okay, so we'll pick that thread up on the next episode. We'll see if Taylor gets 6 shots, and he is
0 for 2.
0 for 2.
Huh?